G'day, everybody. How are we? Here I am in sunny, wet Austria, Innsbruck, Austria. Indeed, it's what is it? 3 days rain, 3 days sunshine, and the rest is all just wet and yucky. And bloody Sydney weather's got me over here too. It's actually worse than Hamburg.
Yeah, those systems get caught in those mountains and they just stay there.
Apparently, I'd just been told I was tempted to catch a train down to, is it St. Antonio or St. Poland or whatever it is down the line here. I got told don't go down there because it's worse down there. They're going underwater and they got big mudslide warnings. Same place I got hit last year. So that's another train trip cancelled. But g'day, everybody. I mean, I've only got 3 here, apart from my good mate Andy. I've got a railroad game on Luna. I believe that is, I can't remember his name now. Anyway, he'll mention his name again. Andy, g'day, buddy. And of course, we just have another one, Dragon, in the outline. Yes, I am still in Austria. Jean Ricard, how are you, buddy? I have been trying to get out and about as much as I possibly can. The weather hasn't been the best. I did end up going up to the other mountain the other day. Got some shots. I haven't got the video up yet, but it will be. There's a bit of editing to do on that. I was on the southern hill, and from there you can actually look right down into Italy and over into the Swiss Alps, and it was quite a view. Are you trying to run your trains again?
Oh, I was I was gonna sit here. Don't worry about me. I was just trying to shunt a couple of things.
Shunt?
Yeah.
Hannah was doing a lot of shunting last week. Early in the week. Hannah, which is just up the line. Every straight that she'd done, it was rocking the whole train.
There we go.
Oh, look, Jean Ricard, I tell you what, that was an awesome trip up. I went up there on Monday, and there was that one and one other steam engine. I think it was Theodore that was the other one that was doing it. I can't remember. But I actually went on Hannah. Hannah was the first one that went up. The steepest grade on that line, if it's correct, it's 160%. So it's quite steep. And as I said, every time you a piston end up having a stroke, when you got the stroke from the piston under power, it actually shunned the whole carriage. Calling shunt.
Don't get your panties all moist, Jean Ricard. It's not that big.
That kind of shunt. Yeah. And I thought, it won't be no different coming down, but no, you've done the same thing coming back down. It was actually the pistons that was actually holding it back. We went to can't think of the name of the Seafeld, I think they call it.
Seafeld.
We went up to there. You can't get to it by rail still because the line is, they had a big, massive mudslide.
Discombobulated.
Yeah. No, 160. Hang on, let me type it to you.
160. Uh-oh.
160. That much. That's the steepest grade just before we got near the top. And you can't really see it on the camera. from the video that I took, but I tell you what, you can see with the eye when you're actually traveling up in the carriage. I did actually go on the lake cruise. It was yucky on the way down to the end of the lake. But the meal was good, really good. I actually had a Austrian goulash on board, and I'll tell you what, it was quite enjoyable compared to the one that I had down the road here today. The one that I had today was a little bit, ugh. I think they got it out of a can and just thrown it in the microwave. That is very steep, Sean. It is very, very. Any steep, and I'll have to have a cable pull, the one that goes up to the mountain here. But he done the job. He done the job. I do want to go back up the main Alps here. I've been told that most probably next Thursday, Friday, it's going to be good weather here. So I'm going to go up there and take the video of that. And I want to combine the two of them together so everybody can get a bit of an idea. The stew was a tragedy. Yes, Andy, the stew down here was a tragedy. Really bad. Yeah, I'm not a fussy eater, but this one was just no.
I am.
You're a fussy eater, yeah.
I'm a fussy eater. I'm a very fussy eater. I don't know. Fussy's not the right word, but I guess it applies. I'm not a fussy eater. I'm a very limited, easy to.
Yeah, but I mean, you would even just go, yeah, no.
Oh,
I mean, you know how bland the kangaroo steak I made. It was.
It was. I wouldn't say bland. It.
Because I didn't season it that much, so you can actually get the taste of the meat. But this was like you got something out of a can that's got no flavor in it. I was expecting to have ham in it or pork in it, and all there was mushrooms.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mushrooms.
When the goat passed it over. Yeah, thanks, Andy. Yeah. Tomorrow, I don't know whether I'm going to do my laundry first or after, but I do want to go back up north. Yes, John. Most of them have been actually quite good. Most of the places where I've actually stopped and had something to eat, they've been actually quite
the
good.
Austrian kitchen, because what a lot of people don't understand, so we better clarify for Jean, Artie, Austria only has one kitchen for the entire country.
Yeah. And it's up on top of the mountain.
The Austrian kitchen, yeah. And sometimes they just don't get the deliveries and they have to use the older stuff and it doesn't taste as good. No, Vienna is a place where you want to eat well. Whatever you want to eat, you go to Vienna. Innsbruck being in the mountains, if you get beef, Innsbruck in the mountains, they got a lot of beef around there and you can get good fresh beef.
I went into the old part of town the other day for dinner. I'll just have a look around and have some dinner there. And I actually had some Austrian style lasagna, and I tell you what, it was delicious. And I went back there again, and I tell you what, that schnitzel was on the par on the one that you and I had up that you took me to in Germany there.
Yeah, although Joyce, to this day, Joyce says that was the worst they'd ever made it at the Grafenberg. It still was really good.
It's still good. I mean, I've got to say it's not just a portion. It's not locked to.
Oh, don't talk. I'm going to decide I want to make it.
It was. You know what? I'm sorry, but I mean to what you get in your plate that we had in the plate up there, not just the meat, but the sides that we had up there.
Oh yeah,
was a lot more than what I've been getting down here so far.
Well, you'll remember when we were in Australia and we went to your sports club restaurant, and I ordered 2 schnitzels, and they brought out these 2 monsters. I'm like, even in Germany, I don't usually see schnitzels that big. And if they have them that big, they bring you one.
The only place I've actually had schnitzel that size is the little restaurant that's on the bottom where that steam engine I went to.
Right. Well, the only time you can get schnitzel that big is if it's pork.
Yeah, but we got big chickens, with the chickens that have got muscles,
Yeah. If you get beef, if you get true beef or technically calf schnitzel, it's usually going to be smaller. You can get fairly decent size, but it's usually going to be smaller. I keep it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's your job. But I did manage to get you those 2 River Aussies.
Yeah, put them on camera so I can salivate a little.
What's that?
I said put them on camera so I can salivate a little. But then you showed them. You showed the ones you got, which are the same as the ones you got me.
Well, they're actually in a box I've got to unpack because.
Oh, okay.
I went back there yesterday. Actually,
the box.
Yeah, and
and then send them to me in a box. I'm sorry, that's a
no. I was a bit naughty yesterday.
Oh God.
Yeah, I bought some more stuff.
Converts. See, now Jean Ricard's talking about Schnitzel Schweitzer art. So I've got you and Jean recruited to it. And someday, well, the problem is I actually made it while you were here, but you weren't feeling well, so you didn't have it.
But yeah, don't worry.
Or lasagna the day you were sick. I forget which one.
Both.
Oh yeah, I made lasagna one day and schnitzel the next, and yeah.
Yeah, I was cookers. And people, it wasn't his cooking. Trust me. It was already started when we went to what's his name? When we went to the restaurant. What's his name?
Tony Paco's.
Tobacco's, yeah.
Yeah, I was great when we arrived, and when we arrived in Toledo, you, Dave, Rick, and I, and that we all went out to Rudy's, which is a grease pit. And we took you to Tony Paco's, and you had the big chili dog, which is the amazing chili sauce and all the other stuff on it. That was not good eating, but I think you were sick to begin with, and the food just kind of.
Yeah, it just wasn't right yet. So next time, I would take more care of myself and won't end up being that sick again. Because we love our food, John. That's why. But I managed to pick up my Markland freight cars, which you always see when I get home, and matching Moco to go with it. They're only available at one store, and they're a limited edition. But I managed to get a couple more. I picked up another Nightjet engine.
You picked up another locomotive? A Nightjet locomotive?
Not just one. I actually got 4.
4 Nightjet locomotives?
No, just one Nightjet.
Okay, but you got 4 locomotives. Okay.
Actually, no, 5. I got 5 new locos. I got a Nightjet. It's a Jagenberger one, but it's got the 4 panographs on it with the stars on it. I had to get that so it matches with my G'day, March West. G'day, buddy. How are you? I got that one to match my Chris. How are you, buddy? Garvia.
Well, hello, Chris.
I got that to match the Nightjet carriages that I've got with the Red Rossi ones last week. I still got to go back to see him because I'm going to take all these trains back and tell them I want buses. Because OBB out of Innsbruck, the best way to model trains out of Innsbruck is by buses. Since I've been here, there's been bus services left, right, and centre, and this weekend in particular, there's only 1, 2, 3 lines that are open at the moment. The rest is bus services.
Tragic.
It is very tragic. I mean, there is one bit they're doing a lot of work between Yeah, from where I done that rack steam engine run to Salzburg, they were actually doing the track work up there. Um, yeah, so we got that one. The line that I want to go on, the S6 line up to Seafeld, that's still shut. That's still on bus services. Brenmar, that was still Raymond, that's reopened. But then we have got one ICE parked up in here at the moment. It's been sitting here for the last 4 days.
What a finicky train.
Which normally goes up to Munich, the quick way, but it is not running, hasn't run for the last 4 days. They're only running the one that's going to Vienna from here. So I don't know what's going on. Everything's chaos. So the engines that I've got the night jet. I've got he had a special on the OBB's Taurus, the 1216.
Yeah,
model.
okay. A 1216. All right.
Yeah. It was €239.
That's not bad.
That was a good price.
Which brand was it again?
Jagenberger.
Yeah, that's their lowest end one.
This one was the good end one. Then I got another double 144. Actually, got two of them. One in the OBB colours and the other one in the old original. G'day, Greg. How are you?
Hey, Greg. No, you can tell Jagenderfer by price, even if they have it on sale. $239. Now that doesn't mean low quality. It just means it's.
Oh no, that one. No, sorry, no, that one wasn't. That the 1216 was actually a Reiko model.
Okay, yeah,
that was a Reiko model. Sorry. The Night Jet's a Jagenberger, and that limited edition one. The two. I've got two 1144s. One's the Reiko one. It's in the old color scheme. And I've got one that's a Pico one, the top of the range one, which is in the current color scheme. I had to get the two.
Okay.
After seeing the operations that they're doing here. And I've got another little diesel switcher.
Oh, okay. Do you know what class you got?
No.
Okay.
Well, it was.
I don't know. I don't know the classes. I know like V60s and V200s and.
Yeah, this one was the model before the one that I got last week. It's actually got the side doors, like the it's got the doors on the side of the cab.
Okay.
Oh, you guys will see it when I get home. Yeah. And I grabbed some freight cars to go with it. I'm waiting. He's waiting on a shipment of some electronic bits for signaling and whatnot, which I want to get.
Oh, okay.
They should be back next week, but I seen he had some Austrian buses there, and I really am leaning a lot towards the Austrian scenery on the main, I would say 4x8 side. I'm basically going to be working on the Austrian scenery there, so
lots of pine trees.
Pardon?
You'll need lots of pine trees.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting, really, because I've been watching the mountain here, like in the lounge where we got here. You look at the mountains, like we haven't really been seeing much of a mountain in the last week, but when we do, it's actually amazing to see the difference in it. before and after it's rained. And when you look from the ground level and the sun hits it after it's rained, it looks like it's covered in snow. But when you actually go up to it, it's not snow. It's actually gravel. It's been washed down and the water seeping through it. Yes, sort of, John. I just find the way I can run my trains nicely.
Yeah, once you go European, you never go back.
At the moment, the European trains are going really well, and I'm going to leave it at that. The Australian trains, I'm just having. They don't like the curves. I've got to modify them too much, and I haven't got the room in the layout. In that room, I haven't got room to go bigger radiuses. But they'll be used at a later date. So I'm not getting rid of them yet. Are we going to compare hats? Are we?
I just felt like putting this on.
Oh, okay. Okay.
See, it's a running joke, and nobody has commented on it. So I don't know if anybody's seen it. I have like 3 or 4 hats down here. And the last few live streams, I've started the show off with your hat, and then anytime you drop me down, I've been changing hats.
I've noticed that. My hats are too far away.
I just keep changing hats. I actually don't like to wear hats, but I have to wear hats outside. Are
we going to go that way? Are we? Oh no, I can't get it.
This means I get to drive a Danish train hat. That's what this hat means.
Ooh,
that's a Danish train driver, locomotive driver's hat.
Well, guess what? I've got bad news for you. Your train just left about an hour ago from here.
Yeah, I wasn't going to make it from Toledo anyhow.
But it's fun. But it's fun. It's actually quite amazing to see. I mean, there is a lot of pine trees around here, and there's also a lot of greenery around here. But just looking at the colours, look, it was just like a pale grey, light grey, end of last week. Then we had about 3-4 days of solid rain. You get a little bit of glimpse. We did see some little waterfalls, but when the sun came out, when was it? Yesterday, yeah, we got to see a little bit. What was yesterday? Friday, Thursday. Wednesday and Thursday was a real nice days to see it.
Yeah.
But on Wednesday, when he started appearing out, it looked like it was snow on the mountains, but it's not. Pickle hot type.
It's a pickle halba, pickle halba, not pickle hoot, pickle halba. Dane doesn't even know.
But the greenery, I mean, yeah, like today, I took some shots of the past where I want to go to, with the line I want to go on. Let me see if I can bring it up so people can actually have a look at it. Because the line that I want to go up on is actually the original line or the shortcut they used to get the trains from here over into Munich and into Germany. And it has actually been on a few movies as well. World War II movies. Let's see if I can. It didn't come out too good because one, I'm inside a train carriage, and the weather is not all the crash hot. Okay, where am I? Okay, let's see. I wish I didn't. No. Share screen. Here we go. Oh, at long last, Greg. Good. Yeah. We don't need it over here. That's not it. Here we go. How's that coming up? Okay, let me just put the whole thing. Let me do this. Now that's the line up the top. You can just see in the background there, which is on the side of the cliff, and you can just see, you can see an excavator up there. That's where one of the mudslides were, but that's actually a snow shed. And you see bits of the rock caging up on the side of the mountain. That's the line that I want to go up on. Unfortunately, I can't. And is looking around in one of the bends between the tunnels. But look at that bridge up there, will you? I don't know if that brings it up, though. I think it's going to be hard.
Those bridges get knocked out all the time.
Oh, yeah. But that previous photo that I showed, that actually, it looks actually quite bad. That's one of the castles. Sorry, I'm going in the wrong direction. That's actually just west of here, not far from the carriage sheds. There you go. You can see a bit of a rock fall there from that bridge, the mudslide. Taking a fair chunk out. That's not the big problem. One of the other problems you can see in the distance. Yeah, and that wasn't like that 3 weeks ago. They did actually have a hit to the right of this bridge, and there's a tunnel on both sides. And g'day, Dirk, how are you? And it weaves it around to the left. This is the line I want to go onto, and that's another big snow shed. Comes out of one tunnel and goes into another, and it curves itself around to the other side of the mountain. That's the line I want to go onto, and I don't know if I'm going to have the opportunity before I leave. I mean, I'm leaving here on what is it? My flight leaves for home on the 20th, so 20th. I'll leave here on the 16th, so I'm hoping the line be reopened by then, but there's no guarantee. And that's what it looks like from the railway line down the bottom. And a view from up there will be spectacular. And that's an old quarry. Mm-hmm. The line is actually somewhere inside that mountainside. And the tunnel goes for approximately 2-3 miles in there. That would have taken some digging. But when you look at those white patches like here, that's what the mountain looks like at the moment after it's rained. But it's going to be interesting to do it's going to be very interesting to do the scenery. What I want to do with this one here, with the snow shed, I want to actually do that with that line that is actually coming down. I want to put that onto it. So when we're looking at it, you can actually see it gives a false impression that you're actually in a snow shed. And look at the gardens. The farm, the cabbage. Of course, you don't like your cabbage. And the line is somewhere up there where you see the cutting in the side of the mountain. That's another line. There you go. I mean, the view from up there will be spectacular. There's a lot of pine trees now here, but there's a lot of green in it. And look, here's one of the new ICE3 Neos.
Yep.
I can't remember how far that was going. Yeah, but it wasn't going to go to Munich.
That's a 7-car consist. Yep.
Yeah, and there's another one parked up here in the freight yard. That's actually a IC4 that's actually parked in a freight yard. This was taken today. Shows how cloudy it's been. Yeah, you guys can see the rest of that. These have been very common weekend runners around here.
Yep. The rolling cassette tapes.
I tell you what, they're quite comfortable, and they get up and go.
They are. They're nice. It's just especially the older models, when you see them, each car looks like an old TDK cassette tape.
Yeah, they do. And I tell you what, they're a bloody good workhorse. And look at this. Here comes our railjet.
There goes the railjet. Yeah.
And they've got the engine around the wrong way.
Yeah, I know.
I've noticed that's been
summer cars probably gleefully clapping, but yeah, that's backwards.
Yeah. Most of them I've noticed they have been. One looks like it's actually just come out of the shop. It's shiny and clean.
They clean them.
Lately, the ones that I have been seeing, they haven't been that clean. And here's one of their freight trains. It was actually following another railjet.
Oh, 2 toys.
But look at all the graffiti. We got to do some graffiti on our railjet cars too now. Particularly if you're going to buy the new set. The ones that are coming from Italy have been actually tagged already. Only on the one side. And the older ones, there are 3 sets of them that have been down to Italy and came back, and they've been tagged. Yeah, this is where the lines actually get into a 4-line.
I've stood there.
Pardon?
I stood there.
What, at this station?
Yeah.
Seriously? Okay. You got your local lines on the outside and your high speed lines in the middle. So there you go. What were you doing there?
Joyce and I spent a day in Innsbruck.
Oh, Innsbruck. Oh, you mean Innsbruck. Well, this isn't Innsbruck. This is out of Innsbruck. This is out in the sticks. The train, that one was going to Innsbruck.
Yeah, we stopped there coming in.
Yeah, what's the name? That's the name of the spot where I went to today.
Telsfaffenhofen.
Yep, that's the one. Yeah, and I thought the Kiwi names were bad, but I tell you what, these are just as bad. And yeah, here comes one. Yeah, we can say the TGK cassette player. Here he comes. And you can see it's still raining. I thought, what the heck? I might as well go out and have a look at what the rest of the world looks like around here.
The thing with we talk about European trains because a couple of people are admiring the Austrian trains. Every country has its style, and but the thing is, because Europe, in terms of land area, for how many countries there are, may seem small. every country has its own flavor. So you see so many different things when you're in Europe. You know, there's the German style, there's the Austrian style, the French style, and each one is very cool. So they can become very, very in adoring, alluring to you.
Yeah.
Once it's a snake bite, you know, it's like anything in model trains. Once you decide you like it, you're hooked. It's like heroin.
Yeah. G'day, Southern Cross. Yeah. Yeah, it is. But I mean, here itself in Innsbruck, to me, it's almost like the ocean. You can't turn your bloody back on it because there's always something interesting coming through.
Mm-hmm.
And like the other night, I was just sitting in my lounge, in my motel room, and look, outside my motel room is the actual platforms. And the Orient Express comes in. And I'm thinking, hey, I've got no engine on this end. It's going to be on the other end. So I quickly run upstairs to the lounge because I got an open terrace. I'll go and get a video. I went to that end. There was no engine. I go, hang on, there's no engine. And feeling like a real idiot, there was people up the other side. I go, can I just squeeze through here? There's the Orient Express. They put two engines on the front of it. On this end, they actually switch the engines around for its trip into Zurich. Mind you had to stand there for about half an hour. Yeah, people, you will get to see the Orient Express. And she was in here again, not this morning, yesterday. Yesterday she was here, going the same direction. And we also got one of the other passenger trains, I can't think of the name of it now. The Urbis, the one that goes from here to Hamburg via Dusseldorf.
Okay, so it goes up the Rhine.
And I can't think of the other one.
Probably goes over to Basel and then goes up that way.
Yeah, it's got car carriers on the back of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at that. That's going to be interesting to do. That's a harvested field. But I don't think I'm going to have the room to put it. I'll probably find somewhere. But this is basically common all around Austria. Here we go. Here's the Orient Express from yesterday. Mind you, I was waiting for a while for it to go. They actually had electrical problems in one of the carriages, but this is downstairs by the hotel.
Hi, Raymond.
G'day, Raymond. How are you, buddy?
That doesn't look like an Orient Express there.
Pardon?
I said right now you're showing two locos. I'm not seeing the Orient Express. There we go.
Give it time. She's departing. Good.
Fang bei uns als Lehrling an.
Yeah, so new. And there's the carriages. Now, apparently, this is the one. This is a set that goes,
with us.
And they get photobombed.
By
the TDK cassette player.
Yep.
There
they go. That's cool.
That's so cool. And that would have been a set that would have gone through once it's gone through Belgrade. And there's your dining car.
Yep.
I mean, I don't have a suit and whatnot to travel on it, so I can't ride on it. I haven't got all my posh clothes. And I'm not buying it here because it costs a fortune. You think they're brand new, Raymond? I don't know. But they are immaculate. They are clean. Southern Cross, it is an awesome train. And mind you, I stood here at this spot when I spotted it. I mean, I just turned around from the window beside me, and it turns up. And I had to get a video, but I was standing downstairs for nearly half an hour. Yes, they are, and apparently they are going to be doing that too. I had a glance at the website or a website today. They mentioned that they were going to run the steam engine on it, but I can't afford that money. And in the distance to the left is a turntable with the engine facility for OBB in Innsbruck. And I'll have other photos later, but just ahead of us, there is, you might make out an arch bridge. That's where the Bremen tunnel is going to start from. It's going to take you into Italy. They are still working on it. They say it's about 10 years off. Now, this is the old part of Innsbruck. A lot of the old palaces and princes' houses and whatnot. And I actually had a meal at the restaurant down here on the left, and I tell you what, it was unbelievably yummy. But sitting down there having dinner, and you think to yourself, what it must have been like back in the 12th, 14th century in this street. And like, this used to be the busy end of town, but look at the architecture. It's just amazing. The gold leaf chandeliers, the lights, you don't see that anymore. This is a view further out. I mean, you don't see. And there's a nice little chocolate shop there for anybody who's interested in chocolate. I wasn't game on going in there. And that's looking back the other way again.
Yeah, I have that same exact picture literally on my computer right now, but different time of day, looking back towards those same buildings. I was just going through my Innsbruck pictures from, God, it's been 8 years since Joyce and I were there.
I tell you what, it was busy. Because this is just near by the Imperial Palace.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the Imperial Palace is like behind and to the right.
Yep.
And to the left actually brings you, if you go left here, it actually brings you out to the station and the hotel. And if you go straight along that where I was, so let me just go back there. If you actually go straight along that street to where you see, that was actually part of a castle that was abandoned for a lot of years.
Yep.
But that's actually the birthplace of Innsbruck, because that's where that bridge is, where they used to have the ferry crossing to get across.
And that right there, just to let people know, that right there is the Royal Vacation Home or the Royal Palace in Innsbruck. And that up there is called the Goldenen Dachel, or the little gold roof. And whenever the royalty was in town, they would come out and greet the people there and occasionally even eat breakfast on it.
Yeah, that's the one.
And wave to the people. And Joyce and I ate at our table was right there. If you see where, right there, right, that sign, the back table where you see a man in it looks purplish from here, could be gray, and a woman in pink. That's where Joyce and I sat and had our lunch there. We sat at that back table against the wall right underneath the Golden Estaco.
Geez, that guy really looks as tall as you, but it looks a lot older. And the woman, well, if that's Joyce, she's aged a lot and her hair's changed color.
Yeah. And that gold roof was originally was gold. Now it's gold plated.
Yeah. I didn't go through everything here, but I will be taking more photos of. This is actually, this is what you see when you're coming out of the foyer of the Imperial Palace.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually looking at the direction where I was actually just standing. But I mean, look at that. I'm actually saying I'm pleased that they actually still have a lot of the old stuff there. I mean, I wish they would do something like this in Novi Baccio. Take some pride in the history that's there, which is actually older. Some of those buildings or some buildings are nearly as old as some of these here. What's left, if it's still standing. Like the old church, for example. But yeah, just amazing, and they're still cleaning a lot of the buildings up. I took it. So I don't know why it's difficult. This one here, I mean, look at the work that they had on those buildings, and they still got it. Oh, who knows how long that.
Mind you, most of the buildings are showing now, except some with stonework. Like that stonework is probably 1500s, but the building is probably 1700s because Innsbruck had a big fire that destroyed a lot of the old wooden lumber buildings. So most of that is 17 and 1800s. The buildings there, the church with that big tower, the tower I think dates to 1100.
Yeah. But it's still for the age of it.
Oh yeah.
And them looking after the actual city itself and the old architecture and buildings is amazing within itself. Which they should take pride in. Okay, so this one looks a bit tacky, but it's still in one piece. It's not too bad. You get the feeling of what it if you just look at this without the people, and I'll cover that umbrella. You think you're there back in them days. And the other thing I find about the buildings, they all have murals on it. Not that I'm religious, but they all got murals of Mary and Jesus, and
oh yeah.
But not just that, they have murals of
Luftomalerei. They're called Luftomalerei.
Yeah. Okay. Or some sort of significance. And look at all the souvenir shops, will you? Ready to steal your money. And I tell you what, you really got to shop around. And look, they're there watching me, you see. I cannot be left alone. There's always police around the corner near me for some reason. Don't know why. But look at this. This is actually coming out of the Imperial Palace in one of the courtyards, and this is looking down into the street. And this is the Imperial. Stop. Where I took that video was just straight down at the end where the bus is or truck is. There's an archway. You walk through there, and that takes you to the old part of town. And this is the Imperial Palace.
Mm-hmm.
And the stables to the right. And for those that want to go to Vienna and want to go to the mountain, hang on. I said stop, not play again, you fool. I'll talk to the video, people. I'm trying to stop it at the end.
I'm on.
Right, stop. Now, right down at the end here to your left is where you get the cable car and the cable pulling car. That will take you up to the chairlift and whatnot, take up the top, the highest peak there on top of Innsbruck.
Yep, that's as far as Joyce and I walked. We didn't go any further that way in town. We went the other way.
You went the other way, but down at the end here is where you can actually get the train to take you to the top of the mountain.
Yep.
Now this place was fantastic. It's Schmergelmoff or whatever his name is.
Swarovski.
Swarovski, that's the one.
Swarovski.
Yeah, that's the one. Thank you.
I'll teach you to pronounce it yet.
Hang on, my mouth is getting dry. This actually turned out better with the photo than it did looking at it with the naked eye. For some reason, I don't know why. It must be because of the lighting or whatnot, the way it takes the reflections of the bars and that to make it look like it's crystals. And then you got the light there that actually just pops it out. And this place was just amazing. I thought it was just a quick little museum. You just walk in through one end and come out the other. Hell no. Looks so very deceiving. Yeah.
Well, wasn't your thumbnail for today's live stream the opening?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, because I was gonna say, otherwise you should show what it looks like from the outside.
Okay,
there's a Swarovski store here in Toledo. I mean, his crystal jewelry is sold all around the world.
Yeah. Let me just try to get that watch from the beginning.
In fact, I think we saw one in Sydney. And yeah. And of course we see them in lots of places, but yeah.
Okay, let me just bring that back up again.
This is Artie's piece of art he wants to share with you. Ninja in dark room covered in charcoal.
Yeah. This is me. This is me with the waitress upstairs. Very detailed photos, as you can see. Just use your imagination.
Yeah, but it was tough that she was giggling.
Yeah.
There it is.
And then she got sick. You know,
That's it. That's the actual building.
Yeah. Let's get the facts right here. Austria at night. Yes. And in some ways, yes, particularly Sunday Sunday night in particular.
Oh yeah,
everything's just closed by 7 o'clock.
Yeah, Innsbruck is closed on Sundays and every day at 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Oh man, it's nearly as good as Montgomery, Alabama. G'day, Monsville. Stay safe up there, buddy. I see there's nasty weather up there and back home, particularly in Sydney. So anyone from Sydney, take care, guys. Nasty weather going to be hitting you, and snow. But when you look, I thought I'm going to come to this place, take a few happy snaps, get on a bus and go back in. But I end up going through the entrance on the right, and yeah.
3 hours later, yeah,
I come out. Yeah, it was sort of like, I wasn't too happy, only because I had these, I'm not going to say the nationalities, but they weren't Asian, and they just wouldn't move. They were hogging the whole area just to get some photos, and they were just taking forever. And I just want to get the shot and get the hell out of there, sort of thing, you know. I just want to go for a quick walk inside and see what's in there. Now, those eyes actually light up.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I saw. This is actually, it's not a real crystal, a real diamond, but they made it look like, they actually made it look like a diamond, and it's about the size of a Uh, I would say it's probably about 18 inches in diameter. Yeah, yeah, John, yeah. Two brothers. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, but I mean, this was the first thing that I saw. And I'm like, okay, there's a couple more things up here. I'll just go in a bit deeper. Yeah, right. And this was one of the rooms. Now, in this room, it's like being inside a crystal ball, being inside it. And the light, and it's all mirrors. And on the side, you got these triangles that light up, and they've actually got the copies of all the different crowns that was worn by the royals in Austria. But you really had to look for them. And of course, we all should know who wore this dress. A real famous blonde. Let's see if anybody can guess which blonde that was.
Well, I believe that's the Marilyn Monroe one she wore at the famous.
Yeah, that's the one.
First, I was more of a Jane Mansfield than Marilyn Monroe guy, and Sophia Loren was more beautiful than any of them. But that's a different story.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Well, that's a different topic.
But Sophia Loren in that dress would be a killer. So would Jane Mansfield.
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday, Mr. President.
Mm-hmm. I think he had more than that for a present too. But the Liza Minnelli's outfit when she was on the swing is actually behind me as I'm taking that photo. Is actually behind me, and I'll tell you what, that was an amazing piece of work as well. That one was more amazing than this one. And you just see all this wonderful lighting and to make it look like the crystals and that, And
hey, look, we made a model train related.
Yeah, we did. And this is in that video that I posted the other day. And they actually made it look like it's snowing, and it winds its way down and it stops on the way up in an underground station. So no one can say that I don't. This channel is not railway related. But yeah, it just I started the wrong end, but I mean, it was impressive sort of work, and looking at it, Crystal Funhouse, you can say it, Andy. Yeah. G'day, Randall. How are you, buddy? Hopefully you're well. I mean, it's nothing like what we do on our lasers, but this is totally a different kettle of fish. I mean, this is something that you see in ornaments, like Christmas ornaments,
Mm-hmm.
Like you got a spiral on the outside with a train going up, and these guys actually did it, and I believe that's close to a G scale, and there's a station inside it in Crystal Mountain. Yeah. And normally you would see something like this as an ornament, not as big as what it was.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually surprised to see this in there. I mean, the work and detail that's gone in it is still actually quite fascinating. There's no replica of what it's supposed to, but we can see it's supposed to be an underground station inside a crystal or Crystal Mountain. And here I'm back at that bloody maze of crystal glass and tubing. So I've gone back to
that, Randall.
this stage. Yeah, at this stage. Ah, there we go. We're back to normal. But mind you, I've got a lot more, tons more content here that we'll be putting up in time.
Back to abnormal.
Because I just got loads and loads and loads of videos and Crystal Express. That's not a bad name for it, Raymond. Yeah. I don't know what else I'm going to discover through this adventure I'm doing it in here. What is normal? Correct. Nothing's normal. Nothing is normal. I'm beginning to see where you got your inspiration. Yeah, that's sort of like the idea, John. Yes, that and this area here, like I really haven't been able to get up to where I got my inspiration from for doing the mountain railways. G'day, Willow Creek. How are you, bud? Because the line's closed. If I can get up there and take some shots of it, actually, there is a video here. This will be the cab ride up. Hang on. If you people like to, that's not the one. Oh, here it is. No, that's not it either, is it? No. I did have. I did have it saved. Just bear with me. This is it. Yep, this stuff. He didn't give me the permission.
Hi, Brett.
The guy hasn't given me permission to share it on screen itself, but you guys can actually have a look at this video in your own time. It's rail relaxation and the cab ride views, and this trip takes right about an hour and a half. I'll just put the link up in here. Have a look at your own time. And this is the line where one of the ICEs actually go up along to go into Innsbruck as a shortcut. I mean, to Munich, from Innsbruck to Munich as a shortcut. And you'll actually see it going up along that pass, up through the tunnels and that. This guy's got some brilliant cab ride videos of Austria, Germany, Croatia. I think he's got some from Serbia, India. I think he's got a lot of cab ride videos. Worth going to have a look at him, guys. But that is the line, the link that I put on. That's the line I want to go on.
Mm-hmm.
Get my scenery ideas, and they're just up around the corner. I can't drive up to there. I've got to catch a train up into there. Because you know it's true. Ooh. Hey, what?
He's singing songs.
Oh, come on, Raymond. Yeah, I suppose I better get going because the guys will be waiting down here at the lap dance club just down the road from here. Might as well go wild. Why not? But tomorrow, I am going to go for another train ride. I did find a good little spot just over the other side, but I don't think I will. I think I better just do my laundry tomorrow. Because with all the track work, there's not much train action out here, actually. Monday, I am actually going to see, spend a couple of days with one of our YouTubers. And I haven't seen him in here yet, but you've seen him, Craig from CMD.
Oh, cool.
I am going to see him this week. I'll be there on Monday, and I'm spending Monday and Tuesday night there. We're going to do some rail fanning, and I don't know, he's going to show me some things. and I'll be back here on Wednesday. And Thursday, Friday, I'm going to head down towards the Italian border where they're doing that big tunnel. I don't know if anyone that does follow European trains or heard about it, but there is a big long tunnel that's going underneath the Alps. That is basically starting from just outside my window here.
They're trying to cut a few hours off the trips because Innsbruck, there's really one easy way to get to Innsbruck, and that's from the north, where you come through Mittenwald.
Yep.
And Schönenberg and so forth, and you come down, and then you can come up the Brenner Pass from Italy. But like if you want to go from Vienna to Innsbruck, which in distance, if it were just a normal car ride, would be like 2-3 hours, 4 hours maybe. It's like a 6-7 hour train ride.
Yeah, it took me. Yeah, it would take about 4 hours by car because even. Yeah, it would take about 4 hours, 5 hours by 3-4 hours, yeah, by car. But for a train, it's got zigzag a lot. Raymond, you'll need to go. I will tell you now. For 24-inch radius, you'll need to go 4.5 foot. My layout, if you have a look at my layout at home, it's actually 4.5 foot wide.
Yeah, I mean, it's simple math. If you think about it, radius is 24, and that's to the middle point to the middle of the track. You double it, that's 48, that's 4 foot, but you're going to have that much of your track hanging over. Now, if you do Maryland C track, radius 2, you can actually do it.
Yeah, and if you're gonna do an S, it's gonna be impossible to do. Because that's a problem I encountered on my layout because I was trying to go to 24-inch, and in many ways it's failed. So you're not going to do it. You can only go. You got to go 4.5 foot wide by 9 foot long if you're going to do like a figure 8.
Mm-hmm.
Anything smaller than that, you are going to have drums. Just have a look I've had drummers on my layout, and it was wide enough, but it wasn't long enough. I'm still a foot too short to have that perfect radius. I've got to muck around a little bit. An oval. For an oval, just a straight out oval, you still need to go at least. You'll need to go at least giving that an extra 6 inches to that 4 foot, 4'6" basically, and they'll give you the 24-inch, but your straight's not going to be that big. But you can still do something with it. After seeing what they do here at Innsbruck with the rail yards and everything else, oh man, I tell you what, talking about geometry and using every inch of real estate,
Mm-hmm.
You only got this little strip in the middle that divides the station to the goods section in Innsbruck. Everything else in the rail corridor, they got parking spaces, and they were doing something I was going to avoid without having truck. You'd see layouts where they just got a clutter of track. That's what Innsbruck's like. So all those rule books that everybody says, well, you can't have too much track work, it's too much clutter because no railways does it. ABB does do it right here. And you can still see where all the old tracks used to be, and they still kept them. And they use them as storage sidings.
Mm-hmm.
Like now we are getting to, what is it, 11 o'clock at night. They stable all the local passenger trains in all the all the sidings and all the dead end track, they're all parked up with trains. I will try to get a shot at about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning out of my window, and you see everything just parked up. But yeah, I'm actually enjoying my stay over here. I'm learning a lot since I'm going a little bit more towards leaning more towards the European side of running now with my train operations. I will be still running American. I'll still be running Australian, but dominantly, I think I'll be running European at the moment because it's just. I'm happy the way the European trains are running on my layout and particularly operation wise. Operation wise, between here and what I'm running at home is very, very close.
Mm-hmm.
Just need more space.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, if I had that space, like what my buddy here, sorry, I'm disorientated now. Like my buddy's got here, I tell you what, oh man, it'll be totally different. So anyway, shit, it's gone over an hour.
Yep.
Talking too much.
I got to get going because I got to do some running with Joyce.
Ooh, running in with Joyce. Okay. Now I've got to,
shops, as they say in the UK.
what's that?
Going to the shops, as you guys, as the
yeah.
Well,
Anthony put up. Look, Jean, they probably got some of that going on around here too.
Lord knows what's in those mountains.
You don't know what's up in these mountains. You don't know what's hidden in there. I mean, there's a junction underneath this hill behind me.
The Swiss aren't the only one that have got all kinds of hidden tunnels through and under those mountains.
Oh yeah, Austria's got them too. So anyway, guys, thank you for coming. G'day, Canadian.
Hello, goodbye. I don't know why you say goodbye. I say hello.
Yeah, you just come in as I'm leaving. Again, I will be 4 hours this time at what is it in American time? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 o'clock. Again next week, US Eastern time. Just while I'm out here in Europe. Once I get home, it's going to be back to normal time. And you can see all the other goodies that I bought.
Well, all right, 3 weeks.
Yeah, about 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Yeah, hopefully everything goes all right.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys, and take care and see you next week.